Sharks. Real monsters, machines for the destruction of all life and hell in the flesh. But which sharks are especially dangerous, huge and creepy? Which ones held the whole prehistoric world in awe? And which sharks terrify the modern inhabitants of the seas and oceans? All the answers are in this episode. Today, I'll show you the most dangerous and large sharks of all time and tell you what they can do. Let's go. Adestus. The jaws of any shark are its main weapon and trademark. Some sharks' jaws are familiar for us and quite ordinary. Some have huge jaws that look more like an abyss. For example, non-predatory huge sharks have them. But the jaws of Adestus were like scissors. That's why this animal is called the scissor-tooth shark in different languages, including English. If you don't understand why you've never seen this shark in your life, it's because it became extinct a long time ago. Adestus lived about 337 to 287 million years ago. It lived in the seas and oceans in what is now the United States, Great Britain, and Russia. By the way, Adestus is considered a distant relative and kind of great-grandfather of Helicoprion, a cartilaginous fish with no less interesting device in its mouth. Its lower jaw looked like a circular saw with which the fish literally sawed its prey. As for Adestus, the scientists still don't understand exactly how it used its sharp scissors. Some believe that the jaws worked exactly like scissors and cut the prey. Others believe that Adestus rammed its prey into the side, stabbing it, and then ate it quietly without cutting it open. In any case, this prehistoric shark was extremely dangerous. It's a good thing it's long gone. Cretozerinia. If Adestus is an ancient ancestor of Helicoprion, the Cretozerinia, also known as the Ginsu shark, is a very distant relative of the modern great white shark. Today's toothy fish are very dangerous, but they're not even close to these creatures that lived on the planet 107 to 73 million years ago. The Ginsu shark was much larger than modern great white sharks. It grew up to 26 feet in length and weighed about 3.5 tons. And its teeth were about 2 inches long. That's about as long as those of modern great white sharks. At the same time, the teeth of the ancient shark were stronger, thicker, and wider. This allowed the Ginsu shark to feed on a wide variety of creatures, including large turtles, plesiosaurs, bony fish, and other sharks. And sometimes Ginsu sharks even attacked mosasaurs, which at the time were considered the world's top ocean predators. Nevertheless, mosasaurs also hunted Ginsu sharks and at one time even became one of the reasons for the extinction of these sharks. According to scientists, the large size of the fish, as well as the special and sharp teeth, made almost any Ginsu shark hunt successful. In just a few bites, the ancient shark would rip its prey, and if it was small, the shark could swallow it whole and alive. There were enough extremely dangerous sharks in prehistoric times, but there are still aggressive and creepy predators to this day. One of them is the bull shark. It's not as famous as the great white shark, but according to scientists, it's more dangerous than it and better in some characteristics. For example, unlike great white sharks, the bull shark can swim in fresh water. These predators overcome the rapids of rivers and can suddenly appear next to fishermen who decided to catch some fish in a large river. Also, bull sharks are very aggressive. Scientists believe they're more ferocious than their great white relatives. Seeing a person in the water, the bull shark is very likely to attack them immediately. The bull shark knows how to cloud the mind of a swimmer or a diver. Outwardly, it's slow and clumsy. But at the moment of attack, it develops great speed and quickly pounces. Without weapons or equipment, it would be almost impossible to repel such an attack. It's not even safe in boats, ships, and kayaks. Bull sharks often ram them out of the water, trying to throw people into the sea. For this, people take revenge on bull sharks and fish them out. Sometimes they get really record-breaking and huge individuals. Look at this one, for example, caught in the U.S. waters. The shark weighed about 1,000 pounds. This individual has become a rarity because normally bull sharks weigh about 880 pounds. Just imagine how dangerous this shark was in the water. Tiger shark. And here's another extremely dangerous modern shark. It's called the tiger shark because of its coloration. The predator has noticeable tiger-like stripes on its sides. But it's not just the stripes that make the shark look like tigers, it also has very cool hunting skills. Reaching up to 18 feet in length and weighing up to 1.5 tons, tiger sharks are able to deal with almost any opponent in the world ocean. Crustaceans, fish, marine mammals, cephalopods, turtles – these monsters eat everything and everyone. They even do not disdain eating their own congeners. Sometimes a larger tiger shark can devour a smaller one. If there are no congeners nearby, this water tiger can attack the shark of another species, for example, a hammerhead shark. It's also dangerous to us. The tiger shark seems to have no taste buds because it regards absolutely everything as food and eats everything indiscriminately. Being an aggressive species, the tiger shark attacks humans mercilessly, leaving them no chance to escape. It's possible to escape only by preventively repulsing the attack. If the shark starts to eat, it's the end. Let's go back to prehistoric times for a while. In addition to the scissor-toothed shark and the great-grandmother of the great white shark, there were Tychidus in the water of the world ocean millions of years ago. They were really huge sharks that grew up to 49 feet in length. Now only whale sharks, the largest on the planet, grow to this size. But the difference is that the whale sharks are harmless and feed on planktons, and the ancient Tychidus were full-fledged predators. They had so many teeth that scientists and ordinary people continue to find them in great numbers to this day. Tychidus mainly fed on mollusks and crustaceans, and they were far from tiny creatures. Some of the mollusks were really huge. See for yourself by looking at the fossils. However, Tychidus cannot be called an extremely dangerous fish. Unlike many other prehistoric sharks, it was quite lazy. Tychidus moved leisurely along the bottom of the ocean, shuffling its belly against the sand, searching for crayfish and mollusks, and not rising to the surface, so those creatures that lived higher up were safe. Mako shark. The next shark from this episode, in my opinion, is more dangerous than Tychidus. Besides, you and I should be worried because it still lives on our planet, although it is an endangered species. The Mako shark is one of the most dangerous of all modern sharks. There are several reasons for this. First, it's quite large and grows up to almost 15 feet in length. Secondly, the Mako shark is extremely aggressive and is able to chase prey for a long time to achieve its goal. Third, Mako sharks are very fast. At maximum, they can swim at a speed of 43 to 50 miles per hour, thus catching up with literally anyone in the ocean. Even fast sailfish, the record breakers in the marine world in terms of speed, do not always have time to get away from this toothy sprinter. Finally, Mako sharks are very agile. They're famous for their impressive high jumps out of water. Although it looks beautiful, sometimes it's not funny for fishermen, because Mako sharks jump out so cool that they sometimes land right on the boats of fishermen and sailors. You must admit that it's not the most pleasant fishing experience. Speaking of it, Mako sharks are purposely caught in various oceans. The liver fat is used to make vitamins, the fins are used to make soup, the skin is used in production, and the teeth and jaws of the Mako shark serve as souvenirs. The next shark from this episode are also caught because they're of great value. One tooth of this shark is worth almost $1,000, and a whole jaw is estimated at $50,000. Talking about the most famous shark in the world, the great white shark. At the same time, of course, it's one of the most dangerous. The cult movie Jaws showed these sharks as bloodthirsty man-eaters. In fact, they do not pounce on everybody and are not as aggressive and reckless as many people think, but still very dangerous. After all, the 13-foot-long monster weighing several hundred pounds and having several hundred sharp teeth cannot be harmless. Among the great white sharks, there are also particularly dangerous and large individuals. For example, Deep Blue. It's believed that this is the largest great white shark in the world, which was caught on camera. And not just once, the monster is 22 feet long and weighs 5,500 pounds. However, even without these figures, it's clear that the shark is very large. At some angles, Deep Blue even looks like a giant extinct megalodon shark. And some even believe that Deep Blue is a direct descendant of megalodons, or even a real megalodon, which is transformed and survived until our time. And since I'm talking about megalodons, I can't help but tell you more about them. After all, these sharks are often called the most dangerous and aggressive in history. Like Tychidus, megalodons grew up to 49 feet in length or even more, but unlike those bottom sharks that lazily hunted mollusks, megalodons were constantly on the move and searching for prey. They ate prehistoric sea cows and pinnipeds, snacked on small fish, and when they were in a good mood, they even attacked large whales, opening their chest with one blow and bite. Record-breaking shark teeth up to 7.4 inches long were the perfect weapons of megalodon. By comparison, the teeth of great white sharks are 2 inches long. You can see for yourself how much more dangerous the ancient monster was than the modern toothy creatures. Only the largest and most powerful contemporaries of megalodons were able to oppose them, at least something. On the other hand, it's believed that this led to the extinction of megalodons. They simply ate everything in the ocean. There's a food crisis and megalodons gradually became extinct. However, there is a lot of information that several megalodons have survived to this day. Maybe they'll still show themselves in all their glory. That's all, guys. Do you believe that megalodons have survived to this day? Share your thoughts below in the comments. Thank you for watching, and see you later.